Kylie from Freedom Vans. Welcome to our latest project. This is a Ford Transit 148 all-wheel drive, and this is one of our semi-custom layouts, which basically means it's a set floor plan, but the clients get to customize it and make it their own. And so today we'll go over how this client specifically made this van her own. She plans to live in this van full time. She's about to retire, and I am just so excited to present this little tiny home on wheels to her. Let's go inside. Welcome to the inside of this short wheelbase semi-custom layout. This build is so nice and so simple and very straightforward. It is a very dark day today. I love that we're just inside this warm, cozy space. The feel of this van is just very warm and cozy with the aesthetics that she chose, with the clear coat natural wood and the light brown fabric wrapping and then the nice shiplap wall. So it just feels so cozy to be here on a rainy day, which I'm so excited for her to experience on her own. This layout is a pretty open layout in the front. We wanted to keep it nice and open when you walk in to create the spaciousness in a short wheelbase layout. We have a small but functional kitchen galley. So this client specifically opted to do a portable induction cooktop that will store in her drawer. And then we've got a 15 by 15 inch sink and this nice big faucet, very deep sink. So this client specifically, we have a 5-gallon storage container underneath the sink for gray water. An upgrade option for this layout is that you can do a gray tank underneath the van, free up some storage underneath there. But that's usually when people add the interior shower in. We do offer a modular interior shower on the raised floor between the bench seats. But this one, we stayed very simple with that. We do have an outdoor shower that comes customary with this layout. And then in the dining area, this dining area is very multi-purpose, so she can use it as a dining space. We do have a toilet cabinet she went with the Cuddy toilet. We've never installed this before. It was a very simple install. This was a toilet that she came with, and it was honestly a very nice compact size. It doesn't have the venting through the floor like a lot of the other composting toilets do, but it does have a 12-volt fan, and then it uses a carbon filter to filter any smells. She will be traveling in here with her cat. So on this other dinette seat, we do have a door that goes to the cat litter box that also has a 12-volt vent fan that will go outside. This dinette has a second function, so it can be in dining or it can be in lounge mode. So basically this table goes down and the cushions come over, and then it's one long piece, which is great if you want to sit here and put your feet up. Also great if you're traveling with another person and they want to sleep right here. So it does have a few purposes. In our partition wall, we do have a door to access the back garage space if you want to grab something while you're inside or store things there. You do have to move the table out of the way in order to get there. So I wouldn't say it's quick storage in order to maximize this size door, but we can play with that a little bit depending on the client's needs. And then we do have another drop down door if you're pushing something long through. It's really meant for skis. And then in the back area, this particular client plans to sleep side to side. So I'm 5'5" and I sleep I fit perfectly just side to side. I don't need any sort of extension. The layout does come with a bed extension, which you'll see in our next van tour that we're going to be doing. So the other models do have an extension that pulls out here, and then these cushions go up to create a California king size bed. So very long, spacious bed in this layout. And then we have tons of overhead storage. She did opt to maximize the overhead storage too, so we did extend the passenger side over cabinet a little bit. And then in the window area, the Ford Transit has really deep cavities in their walls. So you can see the window cavities are very deep, which gives you more space for sleeping side to side. and also these little shelves. So if you are sleeping lengthwise, it's a great little shelf to place things. The headliner in the back, we do build it to be a little shelf so that your pillows don't fall down into the garage area, and that's like a great little shelf space too. On the end of each cabinets, we do have these little shelves, and those are great for placing any of your bedside items. They do have little 12-volt outlets in them, so you can also charge and plug in anything that you need from bed. So we did quite a bit in this front cabin area. We went ahead and added this headliner cabinet, which is pretty standard. You see this in most of our builds, but I often have people ask when they're ordering the van if they should add this front shelf. This is an OEM transit option, and it integrates really well with our shelf, so you definitely can order that if you're doing this headliner shelf. We also went ahead and added a backup camera, or I shouldn't say backup camera. This is a rear view camera. So this is something that she can have on full time and see what's going on behind her van. It's also a dash cam, which is really cool. And it just clips onto her rear view mirror. So it doesn't need to be there full time, which is awesome. She can watch that while she's driving. So that is a big reason that people often add that option. On our headliner cabinet, you can see we have this privacy curtain. This is something we make in-house. It is going to be available for sale soon to the general public, but this is great because it's on a track and it does also snap on and snap off. So if you wanted to completely take it off, you can, and then it just ties up out of the way. It does have a really nice magnet mechanism, these really long heavy duty magnets to close in the center. On the roof of the van, we do have a very full roof. We have solar up there, but we also have a roof mount AC. So we've switched to using the Elite for our HVAC system. So we have both the roof mount AC and their gas cabin heater in here. And then in the back, we have an exhaust fan. On the roof, we also have an LTE booster and Starlink. So it is a very full roof for a short van, but living full time, she's always going to have internet. She's going to have great air conditioning for her cat in here. She has a great heating system, so it will be very functional for her. Okay, we're back outside in this rain to show you the back. Before I open the doors, I must say the nicest part about having a garage in these vans is that you get to put all of your wet, dirty gear into the back of the van and then go back inside where you're warm and cozy and dry and clean. So let's go ahead and show you the back. Okay, on the back of all of these vans, we have our power system, water system. We're very intentional to leave space for shelves above here for storage, but also so that when you have a bike, the handlebars, you have space for the handlebars and can maximize your garage storage space back here. And then we also have a gear tray in the center of the van, so it's really easy to pull this out and access anything that you need. It's on 500-pound slides, so it holds a lot of weight. Our power systems do start with 460 amp hours now that we're using Epic batteries. This van, actually, she upgraded to 600 amp hours. So she has a giant lithium battery bank system to run her AC, to run her Starlink, her induction cooktop. Those are her big electrical draws and electric hot water heater. And then we do have 3 ways of charging your battery system, or her battery system. It charges when she drives, it charges from solar, and then she can also plug into a battery charger. That is a wrap on this van tour. Thank you so much for following along today. There is one more thing that I wanted to talk about today, if this pertains to you, if you're thinking about working with us. I wanted to talk a little bit about what that process looks like. So essentially, I am your point of contact from the beginning when you reach out to Freedom Vans to when you pick up your van and beyond. I am the person who receives your initial inquiry form, responds. We set up a phone call to talk about your needs, and make sure that it's the right fit that we're the right company for you. And then we work together through the design process to really dial in all of the details of your build. I am the one who is handing our build plans over to our team and making sure that they're creating what works for your needs. Stacy is the one who sends you weekly progress updates throughout, but you'll hear from me as well if we have any questions. Tom and I are usually the ones who reach out to ask you questions, and then I am there for pickup day to tour you through your build. Beyond that, if you are scheduling a punch list day or have any warranty or maintenance things that come up, I am happy to be there for you throughout that process as well. So it is a very close working relationship, and I'm just so lucky to do what I do and work with the clients that I do. Well, that is my jam-packed little video with lots of information for you today. Thank you so much for following along. It was great to be with you. Bye.